We are here. It's time to give y'all an update on how right I was about week one. How right I was about the season. How right I am about everything at all times because I'm late, the fantasy god, and I'm here to win y'all leagues. Like I said, I need a dog sounder because I'm a fucking dog. And we finna go over today. Um, we're gonna go over top phase after week one. We are gonna go over our top 10 takeaways. What I saw, what was special, what advice could I give y'all? My reaction, my recap. Oh, also we gonna talk about my boy last night proving everybody wrong after they said that this was the next Nathan Peterman after they said that my boy JJ McCarthy. Look, twin, it's time to lock in. Y'all ready? Let's go. First of all, what the fuck did I say? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I'm here. I'm the big brother. I'm the leader. I'm the GOAT. I'm your favorite analyst. You understand? There's nobody else. Don't it feel good to be undefeated? Where am I undefeated for? Right? In the comments if you undefeated, you win. Yeah. So top 10 takeaways. One, what the fuck did I say? I told y'all it was coming. I told y'all what it was. So that's what it is. Two, going forward, if you could trade, if you could sneak it by your league mates, right? Get a quarterback and running back stack on a good offense. So if you could get a trade if you could pair Jalen Hurts with Saquon, Burrow and Chase Brown. The reason that I said like quarterbacks and running back stacks is because also make sure that the running back is, he do get carries at the goal line. It's a good strategy because in a good offense, whether they score passing the ball, running the ball, if they scoring at a high clip, either way you coming out of drive with points. And what else is we here to get? How else do we win in this shit? Points. So you gotta get your guaranteed points. So quarterback running back stack is a must, especially next year if you take this information with you in the future, because I want to make you a GOAT now and I want to make you a GOAT in the future. 2, 3, my third takeaway. Buy Isaac Teslaa right now. If he is on your waiver wire, pick him up. The Lions have never been good at staying healthy. Last year, the whole defense was dismantled. Amon-Ra St. Brown usually hurt every year. Jameson Williams is very thin. Isaac Teslaa, however, is not, and he's young and he got fresh legs. Buy Isaac Teslaa right now if you want to win fantasy leagues in 2025. My fourth takeaway is that Green Bay defense. If you got a league with DSTs, it's gonna be crazy for a little bit until them epidural shots that they put in Micah Parsons' back go away. So when he get out of labor, but you better ride that defense until he get out of labor. Get well soon. 5. The Vikings gonna win the Super Bowl, man. We got Joe Montana. We got Tom Brady. It's up from here. It is up. It's up from here. Understand. The future is here. The time is now. The Vikings will win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years. And, I was watching the game and, I'm like, dang, Man, I'm in the uncensored group on Facebook. They talking about, man, he looked like Ponder. Man, this reminded me of Ponder. I'm getting scared. I went to sleep. I held my girl. I'm like, I don't know what the future is. And JJ McCarthy came out. Oh, you understand? It's our time now. So, yeah, that was my fifth takeaway. Um, Man, five. Okay, so y'all know how I told y'all about Ali Gordon, which I do feel like I'm right. I do feel like he gonna provide value this year. But Tua, man, um, get away from the Dolphins, man. Tyreek is gonna get traded. That's is literally everybody see it coming. Tyreek is going to get traded. Jalen Waddle, he made a paper, bro. He made a paper. He made a paper. It's not gonna work. So as far as going with the Dolphins in the future, just know that it's going to be very spotty. GG's if you drafted Devon Achan, if Tyreek still, I feel like he got value. He gonna go somewhere and they gonna give him the last good ride. You know what I'm saying? His last good season, but after that, it's not gonna work. Six, Ken Walker is no league winner. As much as analysts try to push this narrative that Cam Walker is gonna have his year, his what, he is not a league winner. Either he's going to get hurt, or Zach Charbonnet he's a bigger back. He's doing the hurting. He's not getting hurt like that. So Cam Walker is not a league winner. If you draft Cam Walker, it's gonna be you gonna have some spike in the middle of the season when he start going crazy, or when he come back from whatever he hurt from, or whatever, and then it's not gonna last the whole year. You was better off drafting Zach Charbonnet. But if you would have listened to the first episode from the Fantasy Guide, you would have knew that. Also, like, subscribe to win one ghetto pack. I'm gonna send you one lucky subscriber. You get a pack of ramen noodles, a pack of Doritos, and a Kool-Aid pouch. Yeah, like and subscribe and share with a friend who also don't share with nobody that's in your league, because I'm giving you the best advice. So if you want to win, you better off giving the advice to your mama. Anyway, so seven takeaways. Do not draft teams who have the committee wide receiver shit going on. Do not do it. The Packers, you gonna put your faith into somebody, and it's gonna be Romeo Dubs that do it every time. Then when you finally put him in, then it's gonna be somebody else that do it. The Chiefs, anybody outside of Rasheed Rice, you gonna have a hard time guessing that shit. The Bills, people want to say, "Oh, this is gonna be the wide receiver one." There are coaches that don't have a wide receiver one. It's easier to win games if motherfuckers don't know who to cover. That's why the committee wide receiver teams are the best teams, because they not hyper targeting and they don't got somebody who fucking need targets. You know what I'm saying? Who screaming about targets. Because then, you know, the quarterback pressure to target this motherfucker and this other motherfucker in the end zone. That's why the best teams have committee wide receivers. So do not draft committee wide receivers. Draft wide receivers on damn near like mid tier, like the offense good but the defense bad. Draft them. Draft the divas. Anyway, if you undefeated, drop it in the chat. You probably undefeated because of me, because I'm the one that called the Mecca Ibuka game. Everybody on the internet don't want to give me my props. I don't care. They scared of me. All these fantasy analysts scared of me, and I pull up. You feel me? They don't want to give me my credit. But the credit gonna come anyway when you cash it, nigga. Anyway, yeah. My ninth one, buy low on Lions players. It might be somebody in your league that's panicking about Lions players. The Lions gonna get it together. Unfortunately, I'm a Vikings fan, but the Lions gonna get it together with this new offensive coordinator, and it's gonna be in the middle or towards the end, and they gonna probably come out, ask for a few couple weeks. Buy low on JMO, buy low on Amara, buy low on you probably can't buy low on Gibbs. I ain't gonna lie, that shit did. But buy low on David Montgomery. Buy low on Lions players because motherfuckers is panicking in the streets. The fantasy streets, you can navigate through them if you know how to deal and you know how to sell drugs like the real streets. You fucking feel me? Anyway, yeah. 10. Hero fanning is not a joke. Harold Fanning is not a joke. If you in dynasty leagues, I would pick Harold Fanning up. He's next up. Njoku is, man, they going through a rebuild, and Harold Fanning gonna lead the rebuild. He's not a joke. I'm just telling you that now. Harold Fanning is not a joke. That's all I gotta say. Phase. So we're gonna go through this because I gotta make dinner. And plus, I don't want to wake up my parents upstairs. You feel me? So yeah, we're gonna start here. I'm fading all Steelers players. All Steelers players get a fade. 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 Just because you seen Aaron Rodgers do that bullshit to the Jets who suck. I told you there was a stinky organization. Stinky organization that allow that shit. Don't think that they gonna keep that shit up. It's gonna be motherfucking Macaulay Culkin throwing to DK Metcalf the whole rest of the year after Aaron Rodgers get hurt. Logan Lerman is gonna be thrown to DK Metcalf pretty soon. Fade all Steelers players. And then you got Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith is the biggest enemy of the fantasy community. Biggest enemy of the fantasy community. So fade Arthur Smith, fade Steelers. New York Jets players, fade. Unless it's Justin Fields. You pick up Justin Fields if he available in short, but in deeper leagues, if you drafted Justin Fields, congratulations, because that man is I keep telling y'all, Jalen Hurts is Justin Fields that can throw a little bit. Period. A running back, a core. I'm not finna keep trying to pronounce this shit for y'all. If y'all watched the first episode, y'all know what I was talking about. We fading CMC. Look, man, it's coming to an end. George Kittle got it, bro. It's coming to an end, and I know it each time. Can you imagine drafting Christian McCaffrey? Imagine drafting Caleb Johnson. I'm sorry, I'm petty. But I was right about that. Anyway, imagine drafting Christian McCaffrey and every touch he get, you got to worry about that nigga leg going on soft. See, regular people like you and me, we have erect legs. I love CMC though. You my boy. Kansas City Chiefs. Fade. Do not be going to your waiver wire picking shit up from the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be a random. The worst draft pick in any of my leagues this year was Isaiah Pacheco. Because it's not that I'm overreacting to week one. I mean, I like to overreact. But, you know, I like to overreact. But hey, I don't think that I'm overreacting in this situation. The nigga got 5 carries. And Kareem Hunt, I mean, and then you got Brashard Smith. You got Brashard Smith. Brashard Smith is coming. I'm thinking at least, I could get no. Brashard Smith is on the way. He just gotta learn. But once he learn everything and get it acclimated, man, worst draft pick. So fade Chiefs. Hollywood Brown, it took him 15 some 20 targets to get to 100 yards. That's not good, bro. That's not efficient. And Mahomes, that deep ball, they done too high demand, and it's gone now. So yeah. Anyway, like and subscribe. We are going to come up with our last and final fade. Fade T Higgins, bro. Fade T Higgins. People want to make T Higgins a thing every year, and the only way that it could possibly happen is if Lamar Chase gets hurt. And I mean, Jamar Chase, he don't be getting hurt like that. He got hurt like 1 year. He not injury prone like that. And T Higgins is the injury prone one. And it's just like people love the idea of T Higgins, bro. People love the idea of the big receiver prototype, all this. But man, I'm gonna keep saying this as a football player. If you throwing 50-50 balls, it is hard, especially in the NFL when you throwing past niggas that's 6'4" and run a 4.3. It is hard. You understand? It is very hard to throw 50-50 balls consistently. Now, somebody like T Higgins, he catching a lot of them because he got the catch radius and he got the spectacular catch. But that is not the preferred throw. If you gonna draft anybody or you gonna take anybody early, they have to be able to separate from the cornerback because those are the easy completions. They have more opportunities. Now, in leagues that's standard scoring and it's not PPR, I mean, I guess, but even then, it's still you still boom bust because if he not catching them 50-50 balls, if he not coming up with most of the passes, like Jamar Chase can separate, so his targets he gonna come up with in a high volume at a high clip. But with a T Higgins game, you gonna get the 333 to more often because he gotta jump over a nigga to catch every ball. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. And so yes, so those are my top 10 takeaways, my top 5 fades for the year based on week 1. I will be back tomorrow with the injury report. I'll also be back tomorrow with waiver wire, who you should get on the waiver wire. I listed some of my waiver wire options in this episode. So like, subscribe, share. Don't share with your league mates though if you want to win, because if they take this advice and you don't apply this information and they apply it, we're gonna be dealing with some problems. It's like the fantasy guy. You heard it here first. I'm out.